Starr with 2 R's, and you're watching Starr with the Facts. So, today, I'm not my usual self. I have my coffee and my robe. I don't know what Atlanta got going on, but if you in Atlanta, you know we just went from 65-degree weather in the middle of January to now it's 30 degrees outside, like freezing temperatures. I'm so over Atlanta. I don't know what to wear, who to be. Is it hot? Is it cold? Am I getting ready for spring break or winter break? Or I don't know. But something happened this past weekend. Once again, if you're a big fan of social media or you are aware of what they would say woke, you know what I'm talking about. So for those who don't know who I'm talking about, let me tell you who and what happened this past week. There was a little boy who got signed by H&M to model a clothing line. Now, of course, the little boy was an African American little boy. On the label that H&M created was a sweater, or what you would call it, a hoodie, that says, "I am the coolest monkey in the jungle." Now, some people was like, "Oh, hell no. They racist." Some people was like, "There's nothing wrong with that." And other people just, it is what it is. They got paid for it and they went on about their business at the end of the day. But what I'm here to discuss, people, is the reactions that are coming from this situation. Because after it happened, a couple of days later, in South Africa, people decided to go and damage all the H&M stores. Like, they went in, kicking stuff over, knocking their clothing over, like just damaging the stores, period, because they were offended.
Is this allowed? Woo! Ninja style, ninja style.
Now, for me, this is my opinion, okay? My opinion, if it was my son, because I do have 4 boys, it would have not been a racist situation for me. Why? Because racism has to be taught. It has to be taught. You wasn't born growing up saying, "Oh, I don't like white people. All white people are mean. All white people are trying to make us slaves." That has to be taught to you. As little kids, if you're in school with white kids, you guys are 9 out of 10 going to play with each other. Until somebody separates you and says, "No, you can't play with that white little girl or that black little boy." That's what's being taught. For me and my boys, this was not a racism situation. It was nothing bad about the sweater that the little boy had on. It said I was the coolest monkey in the jungle. Would it made a difference if it said I was the coolest lion in the jungle? Or the coolest ape in the jungle? From my understanding, monkeys are really smart and intelligent. Like, what's the problem here? That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the positive in this situation. See, that don't change the fact that back in the day, we was used to be called monkeys, because that's the way they degraded our ancestors. That's the way they degraded our race. So I can understand where the anger and the hate can come from. But let's not forget that they use the word nigga to degrade us too, but we use it daily to each other. I don't understand, how can we get so upset with people by what they say, but we're not upset with our own kind with what we say to each other. They use the word bitch to degrade a woman, but we're using it daily to our mother, our baby mother, our wife, our daughters. But we're not upset with that. We can go and do a whole little, let's protest against this H&M store because the color of their skin is white and they don't have the right to say it. But because we're black on black, we have the right to say it. No, wrong is wrong regardless what color the skin is. If you're black and you call me a bitch, you're wrong. If you're white, if you're Asian, if you're pink, if you're green, you cannot call me a bitch and think we're cool. Point blank, period. So whether if you called me a monkey, or if P. Diddy decided to come up the clothing line, the coolest monkey in the jungle, is he wrong? This would have not been a problem. Because if I'm going to be offended by something that's wrong, I don't care who it come from, it's wrong. Not because of the color of your skin. So Don't get me wrong when I say I know the history. Yes, I don't think H&M thought about it. I don't think they thought how this may offend. So whoever H&M marketing team is or their PR team, they got to take these things into consideration. But we can't get upset and say the mom doesn't care or you guys don't care when we're doing it to each other every single day. Every rapper, because they black, it's okay to say that she's a bitch. Like, come on. I know we were trying to stand up for the young boy, but you have to understand how powerful we are as people. When things like that go viral, before we cause this little boy to lose his contract, which he did, we should have had a solution to the problem. We should have went about it another way. Because let's say this little boy lost his contract and Puff Daddy didn't pick him up. Now he's just going to be remembered as a model who caused friction between African American and clothing lines. Now that little boy and his family is out of the game. Point blank period. All because of how we decided to stand up for him as a whole. So that's what I'm saying. Just next time, before we decide to make a comment, before we decide to end someone's contract, before we try to financially take someone's food off the table, let's think about the solution or the reaction it's going to have. Because we all could have just vocally said no more shopping at H&M. That would have affected them more. Because we shop there more than anybody that they promote. But that's just my opinion. This is my opinion. Not saying that I'm right, but I'm definitely not saying that I'm wrong. And this is your girl, Starr with the facts.